think the president can do whatever they want? Wrong. The White House has a bizarre list of banned items.
Behold, the forbidden list!
From harmless vegetables to woodland creatures, the truth will shock you. Let's start with the most infamous ban in modern history. The year was 1990, and the commander had a nemesis. It wasn't a dictator or a rival. It was green. President George H.W. Bush despised broccoli with a burning passion. He hated it so much, he banned it from flights. Soon, the strict ban extended to the White House kitchens. He declared,
I am president, and I won't eat broccoli!
In protest, furious farmers sent 10 tons of the vegetable. But Bush stood his ground, refusing to let it inside. To this day, it remains a hilarious culinary historical veto. But vegetables aren't the only everyday things strictly forbidden here. What happens when the president dictates your personal fashion choices? You might want to rethink your wardrobe before visiting. Because if you're wearing this popular item, you're turned away. I'm talking about something you have in your closet right now. Blue jeans, the ultimate symbol of casual American culture. Presidents like Reagan and Carter loved wearing their comfortable denim. But when George W. Bush took office, he dropped the hammer. He instantly banned all jeans from the Oval Office entirely. Staffers were forced to wear strict business attire at all times. No matter how late they worked, denim was a sin. There was, however, one very famous exception to this rule. In 2005, rock star Bono visited wearing black denim jeans. Apparently, if you're a global icon, the president allows it. But for everyone else, you'd better wear a tailored suit.
Speaking of strict rules, let's travel back to the 1950s.
President Dwight Eisenhower was a military genius and golf fanatic. He had a pristine putting green installed on the lawn. But he soon faced a furry enemy that ignored borders. Squirrels. They constantly dug up his perfectly manicured golf green. Eisenhower was absolutely furious that these rodents ruined his practice. He actually ordered his staff to completely eliminate the squirrels. "Take a gun and shoot it," he told his valet. The Secret Service didn't want to shoot near the president. So instead, they quietly banned the squirrels using humane traps. They caught the tiny intruders and banished them to parks. It was a literal war on wildlife from the Oval Office. While squirrels were removed, other items were banned for health. For decades, the White House had a very different hazard. A toxic cloud hovered over nearly every single state dinner. Up until the 1990s, smoking was a normal White House activity. Nancy Reagan even placed custom ashtrays at every single table. But when Hillary Clinton became First Lady, she had enough. She completely banned smoking in all residential areas instantly. This was a massive culture shock to the political elite. Even President Bill Clinton was famous for his beloved cigars. Because of the ban, he was reduced to chewing them. Eventually, he signed an order banning smoking in federal buildings. The custom ashtrays became nothing more than rare collector's items. Today, lighting up inside will get you quickly tackled. But physical items aren't the only things restricted by security. Sometimes, the ban involves technology that we all take for granted. Imagine being the most powerful person, but completely disconnected. For a long time, presidents were forbidden from having cell phones. The Secret Service deemed personal mobile devices a massive risk. Hackers could potentially track the president's exact GPS location. They could even turn on microphones to listen to secrets. When Barack Obama won, he refused to give up his BlackBerry. He fought a massive battle with agencies just to email. Eventually, they gave him a hyper-secure device with limited contacts. Later, Donald Trump faced similar bans regarding his personal phones. Chief of Staff John Kelly famously banned devices in the West Wing. Even top staffers had to leave phones in outer lockers. There, all secure. In the modern White House, your smartphone is a weapon. But technology isn't the only thing that scares the guards. Let's talk about the most regulated liquid in presidential history. Let's talk about the most regulated liquid in presidential history. But several times in history, the building went completely dry. In 1877, President Rutherford B. Hayes banned all alcohol. His wife was heavily involved in the American temperance movement. She became famously known to history as Lemonade Lucy. Actually, the president implemented the ban to win conservative votes. For 4 long years, diplomats were forced to toast with water. Decades later, Eleanor Roosevelt also banned hard liquor during dinners. And President Jimmy Carter famously banned alcohol during his presidency. Carter only allowed a tiny sip of wine during summits. So if you visited these presidents, you definitely left sober. Now, what if you are just a normal tourist visiting? There is a long list of completely banned tourist items. Some are obvious, like weapons, fireworks, and dangerous aerosol cans. But others seem harmless until you understand the deep logic. For exactly 40 years, taking a simple photograph was forbidden. From 1975 to 2015, cameras were completely banned from tours. Officials claimed the bright flashes would permanently damage historic artwork. Also, tourists taking pictures slowed down lines and created bottlenecks. It wasn't until smartphones evolved that the ban was lifted. But don't even think about bringing a selfie stick inside. Selfie sticks are permanently banned because they act like clubs. They also obscure the vision of security cameras watching hallways. Another seemingly innocent item banned? Brightly colored, floating helium balloons. You'd think a balloon would be fine for a visit. But to the Secret Service, a popping balloon sounds like gunfire. It can trigger a panic and a complete building lockdown. Plus, a stray balloon floating into a sensor causes nightmares. So, your festive party decorations will be confiscated immediately. It seems the White House is where fun goes to die. And speaking of canceling fun, let's talk about summer concerts. In the 1800s, the public was actually allowed on the lawn. The Marine Band played free Saturday concerts for local citizens. But in 1862, Abraham Lincoln's young son tragically passed away. The First Lady, Mary Todd Lincoln, was consumed by grief. She banned the concerts, demanding absolute silence around the mansion. Shh. The music returned, but was permanently banned by the 1930s. Today, the idea of unvetted citizens on the lawn is unimaginable. Our next banned item takes us to the happiest holiday. Imagine celebrating Christmas in the White House without a tree. That's exactly what happened during President Theodore Roosevelt's time. Teddy Roosevelt was a conservationist who fiercely protected American forests. Teddy Roosevelt was a conservationist who fiercely protected American forests. So, he strictly banned live Christmas trees from the building entirely. But his mischievous young son Archie completely ignored the ban. Archie secretly smuggled a live evergreen tree into a closet. When the president discovered it, he was surprisingly very amused. So we've covered broccoli, jeans, squirrels, cell phones, cameras, and trees. But wait, there is one more banned action defying logic. Did you know that you cannot open the windows here? It's true. Opening a window for fresh air is federally banned. Every single window is permanently sealed shut with bulletproof glass. If a president wants fresh air, they must step outside. Michelle Obama once begged her agents to roll down a window.
Please roll down the window.
Like this? They allowed it for exactly 5 minutes before closing it. The fear of chemical attacks or snipers makes air a liability. Being the president comes with unimaginable global power and prestige. But it also means giving up basic daily human freedoms. You can launch a rocket, but you cannot crack a window. You command the military, but can't eat without being watched. You cannot drive your own car on a public road ever. Even after leaving office, former presidents are banned from driving. The Secret Service mandates that highly trained agents control the wheel. So, the next time you eat broccoli wearing your jeans, with the windows wide open and a phone in hand, just remember you have more freedom than the American president. The White House may be a palace, but it's a cage. A cage with incredibly strict rules and absolutely no squirrels. Thanks for watching this deep dive into bizarre presidential history. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe for more presidential secrets. Stay curious, and I will see you in the next video.